Our closing moments on Main Street for this edition. We want to take a look at Bruce Springsteen. Everybody knows that he was born in the USA 36 years ago yesterday, in fact. Most of you probably also know he was born in New Jersey, specifically in the borough of Freehold. He went to St. Rose of Lima Catholic School there for 8 years before going on to public high school. Did his past offer any clues to his future? You be the judge.
Sometimes I'll be laying in bed and I'll be thinking that it's amazing. I can't believe it. When I was 14 or 15, I thought about doing this, and somehow I did it.
Are you ready, people? Are you ready, Baxter? Well, you see, I had this friend, was a big baseball player back in high school. Yeah, man, he could throw that speedball. Make you look like a fool, boy. Well, I saw him the other night at this roadside bar I was walking in. He was walking out. We went back inside, sat down, had a few drinks, but all he kept talking about was glory days.
I grew up in a little town where there was nothing coming down, nothing getting in there. There wasn't a house where there was books. There was no real kind of cultural thing happening.
My hometown.
And you just grew up and you did, whatever came before you. You did what your dad did.
Our Main Street's whitewashed windows and vacant stores.
I had a wild family, for one thing. Like one side's Italians, the other side's Irish. They're pretty loose, But I remember when I seen the Beatles, my father hated it. It was great. He was like, boy, we used to fight. I used to want to watch, I think Bonanza or something was on the same time as Ed Sullivan on Sunday night. We used to battle over that TV, life or death, life or death. And a lot of times, you want to erase too much of your past, That moment, that moment of explosion, when, bang, you run into whatever it was that made you pick up the guitar and you look in the mirror. You got to be wanting to get away from something pretty hard, I think for that to happen. There's things where you feel either, you've been hurt or you've been a little bit of the black sheep, when you're a kid. When I was young, I wanted to play, I wanted to perform, I wanted to travel.
We drove down from New York City. The girls are pretty, but they just want to know you're not.
I still remember seeing him walking down the hall, carrying his books like this. And if you were cool, you didn't do that.
Like George said, he just never did anything but play music. I mean, I don't think he ever had a job, did he?
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
That's why they called him the bum.
I thought it was the boss.
He definitely didn't look the guitar player part, or, I thought maybe he would be a good science student.
Are you talking to me?
In school, I guess, they try to get you through and get you out, mainly.
He wasn't a superstar. He didn't fail everything. He didn't get straight A's. He was just an average student.
I wasn't interested in what they were teaching in school.
I'm not really sure whether he was listening to me in the front of the class. Maybe he was working on his lyrics way back then. Who knows? I
wasn't a stupid person. I didn't get real good marks, but I was smart, I think there's a lot of people and kids like that that are smart, but they just don't fit. They don't fit in the educational system. An educational system is tremendously narrow and it's tremendously limited. Even when it's working well. I
think Bruce made it in spite of us.
My education was those those records, man, that's something that they couldn't teach me in school. You know, I couldn't learn it in the house. You couldn't learn it from people you were hanging with out on the street or anything. It's the only message, really, is you know, don't sell yourself short. You know. You know, maybe you ain't gonna change the world, but you can change something, you know? You can change people's, I think you can change people's lives with it. I always, you know, it happened to me, you know?
There's a lot of superstars out there. There's Prince, there's Hall & Oates, a lot of folks, yet he's special. How come, Maggie?
Probably because all people of all ages, young and old, like him. Probably.
Yeah. Honest, straightforward. Guy from another time. That about does it. Our time is about run out on Main Street. Any further business?
Wrapped up his worldwide